It's always amazing how the seasons change, but the reputation of the Boise State football program remains the same.
We have to keep that up because before coming here, I knew it was a winning program, and they every time they play a Power 5 team, they came out and played like they should be in that conference.
How do they do it? What makes them different from everyone else in the country? How do they make consistency look so effortless?
We want to be the underdogs, but we're going to come and give it to you.
For the Broncos, culture is key. If you do it right, you evolve. Culture is everlasting. It represents strength and discipline. And as much as culture likes to embrace the past, it also operates with an urgency to attack the future. A strong culture is also being knowledgeable and staying aware. It's about asking questions and, at times, searching for uncomfortable answers. It's about eliminating the unnecessary or expired practices and adding to the strength of your foundation. You see, culture doesn't hold back. It pushes forward. As the 2019 season now closes in, we're about to find out the answer to two of the most important questions that will define this football team. And no, it's not who starts at quarterback or do the Broncos have another 1,000-yard rusher. It starts and ends with this. Can culture carry this year's Broncos? And can this year's Broncos carry the culture? If the answer is yes, we don't have to wonder what this program is capable of, because we already know.
The energy, it just gets to you, that game feeling, that week one. You watch the hype videos on YouTube, on Twitter, and it's just like you're ready to play.
Now, a special presentation from the KTVB Newsroom. Bronco Roundup Game Day starts now.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another season of Bronco Roundup Game Day. Boise State and Florida State. Happy game day to all of you watching at home or near and far, or if you've made the trip to Florida. It's going to be a lot of fun today. Our crew is live in Tallahassee. We're going to catch up with them in just moments a little bit later on in the show. But Boise State, what a way to kick off the season with a bang, taking on Florida State. This game going to be played in Tallahassee at Doak Campbell Stadium. When you think Boise State, you think Florida State, you think two brand name programs. We caught up with coaches and players, very excited for this opportunity to take on the Seminoles today.
Make no mistake about it, we're excited. These are great opportunities.
These are big games we asked for. Going to an NFL stadium, the crowd yelling, they're doing a little chant. That's things we live for in life when you're a young boy watching college football.
It got here fast. I mean, if you can't get excited for this game, then you shouldn't be playing football. It's going to be a good one.
I mean, I love it, because the first game we get to go right out the gate, show who we are, show how we're going to attack the season, set, I guess, the blueprint for how we're going to be the rest of the season. And so, to come out this first game, playing such a team like this, I love it, honestly. It's just great to come out the gate with it, first test right in your mouth.
We just got to go out there and enjoy it, which I hope they all do. I want them to have fun. I want them to enjoy that environment. I want them to enjoy playing Florida State. I want them to enjoy to hear that chant. When you hear it out there, you know what it is, and they're going to hear it. And to go out there and respond.
Oh, goosebumps. You can't beat game day. As we said earlier, our crew is live in Tallahassee at Doak Campbell Stadium. JT, Brian Holmes, will send it out to you guys. Happy game day, folks.
Oh, happy game day back in Boise, Will. It is time to tango in Tallahassee. Kick off football season in Florida. Who's going to bring the thunder louder today? Florida State, Boise State, or maybe the weather? Welcome to the Bronco Roundup Game Day Show. I'm Jay Tuss alongside Brian Holmes.
And we're starting to look at what looks like fans filling in. Obviously a little bit more on the Florida State side, but Boise State fans are here. And they're making their presence known. We got everybody out here for today. They're stacking the bench or behind the bench about the 50-yard line. And when it comes to weather, you talked about the thunder. Thunderstorms are expected to hold off at least until after game time.
Yes.
But we're dealing with clouds, we're dealing with humidity, we're dealing with heat. It's 81 degrees, going up to 83 degrees actually right now. But the good news is humidity's dropped from 84% to 82%.
Oh, wow. That's just wonderful, Brian. I can totally tell.
And as long as the clouds stay over us, I think we'll be all right. A little bit of a breeze.
Well, let's only hope so. All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. We begin with the Boise State football team. They're coming off a 10-3 campaign. But the Broncos, I know their bowl game was canceled, but it kicked off. So they were able to run their consecutive bowl appearance streak to 17. They have also been ranked in the top 25 for 17 straight seasons. Over to the Florida State sideline. Well, the Seminoles are coming off a historically bad season, the first year of the Willie Taggart era. Last year, they went 5-7. They also missed a bowl game for the first time in 36 years. I will say this, though. They've been ranked in the top 25 at least one time for 42 straight seasons. That's the longest active streak, or second longest active streak in the FBS. Can they keep it going, or can the Broncos derail them today here in Tallahassee? We're about to find out. But Brian, we get back to the weather. The travel has been complicated for everybody, including the Boise State football team, who is taking the field right now here at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Take a look at Hank Bachmeier also running onto the field here, about to lead this team into their first game of the 2019 campaign.
A true freshman traveling over 2,500 miles away from Boise, getting ready to start his very first college football game. More on that in a moment when Will Hall joins us. In the meantime, though, we do get back to our traveling, and our travel was a little hectic, I guess you could say, scrambling at the last minute.
I don't think it was as bad as some of the other people we've spoken to today. They had to make a lot of last-minute changes. Coming into Jacksonville, a lot of people did not want to get stuck here, so it was kind of, getting here would have been okay. It's trying to get out after the game that most people were worried about, so they had to kind of make a bunch of changes to do that, whether it was hotels, rental cars, airlines. We got here in time to kind of settle things down a little bit.
Just saw the football bounce through our picture here. We are right on the sidelines. The only place you're going to get this shot is right here on the Bronco Roundup Gameday Show. But again, recapping our travels, we're going to take you along for the ride.
All right, time to kick off the 2019 Boise State football season. Headed towards Jacksonville. It's always good to fly into a hurricane, right?
Not just any hurricane, but an intensifying hurricane that, I don't know, by the time we're there could be Category 3, but that's what the fun is, right?
About to find out. First stop, Dallas.
Dallas.
All right, so we just got off the plane in Dallas, and some breaking news while we were on the plane. The game has been moved. It will take place in Tallahassee at Doak Walker Stadium, the home field of the Florida State Seminole. Also, it will kick off at noon Eastern time, meaning 10 o'clock back home. It's time now to see how this is impacting fans. When did you hear about the game moving?
I heard about it from this crazy guy sitting behind me. I think his name was Jay Tust. Trying to block it out still.
Yeah. Albert, what do you think about the news? The game being moved to Tallahassee?
Hey, I'm okay with it as long as I get to watch the first game.
So it doesn't matter where they play for you?
It doesn't matter.
I'm excited. Yeah, Tallahassee will be a much better environment. Get the true college experience.
We're still going to try to go, but I at this point I don't know if I even have a ticket.
Group 7,
so I just got off the phone with Joe Nickel from the Boise State Athletic Department. He says that fans will be refunded for their Jacksonville tickets, but they will have to go to the Florida State website and repurchase new tickets. Those are $10 a piece online, $15 if you're in Florida, and can go to the actual ticket gate. They're all general admission, but that's at least a solution for some fans that were worried about whether or not they'd still be able to go to the game. Well, following another 2-hour flight, we have finally made our way to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. We thought this was going to be our home base here for the next couple of days, but because of the hurricane, plans have changed.
Yeah, plans have changed for the Boise State football team. They're actually going to fly into Jacksonville tonight. They're going to practice here tomorrow, but then they are going to hit the road and go on over to Tallahassee to get ready for game day.
Which is where we're heading today as well to do the same thing. We'll have continuing coverage here on Channel 7 tonight and tomorrow, so stay with us.
Down here to Florida. How about the Boise State football team? They actually didn't roll into Tallahassee until last night. They practiced, but their practice was delayed about an hour due to lightning. How about the real hero maybe of the last 48 hours though? Joel Schneider, the director of football operations at Boise State, had to rearrange accommodations for over 170 people at the very last second.
was a lot that went into it. Started moving fast, was in my hotel room for about 4 hours straight, just making calls, had nonstop calls for literally about 4.5 hours, helping change rooms, find a new hotel. We actually have to use 2 hotels right now to fit all of our people, so a lot goes into it. You got to find the roommates for everybody, make sure that they have enough doubles, enough kings. People all have their certain travel requirements that they need, and so it's a lot of work to try to get this whole thing going.